up, Incredible fam? Welcome back to another episode of The Incredible Scott.
I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. You are my world in every place. It's the things that you do, and it's the smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place.
All right, y'all, I am back. Today kind of wanted to be a little bit intimate with you guys and just have a little one-on-one talk about a few things or what have you. First things first, matter of fact, let me just do the norm. Y'all already know what the deal is. If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome to the Incredible Fam. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell to be notified every single time that we drop a video, and make sure that you tell somebody that the Scotts are doing big things right here on our channel. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get into Grace. Here today, I ain't got nothing special. I just got some organic French fries. I have some battered cauliflower, and I have vegan chicken. I got some sweet and hot mustard here, and I don't have a drink just yet. Daddy went to go get me something from the store. Actually, he just went to go get me a big cup of ice, and then I'm gonna have a big glass of water. Other than that, that's about it. Y'all, it's been a lot kind of going on lately, and so I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in and catch you guys up on what's going on. And you guys are probably gonna hear Daddy come in just a hot second. So here we go. Can you hand me a water? Matter of fact, I need 2 of them. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in on what's been going on. I'll wait. Get your energy drink. All right, so I just wanted to fill you guys in on what's been going on. There are a couple of different things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and just kind of fill you in and let you know what was going on and stuff like that. I know we have not posted a video in a few days or what have you. And honestly, first things first is we tried to do a video. We had a video doing different types of burgers. We had a Hawaiian burger and we had a Western burger. And y'all, I don't know what was going on that night. It was the first night I got my new lights and green screen and all of that good stuff, and it was just not working out. And I just got so frustrated and was like, you know what? Forget it. So that was that. Let me go ahead and say grace, and then we're gonna get into some food and some talking. And by the way, I'm missing a fingernail. God, we thank you for this food we are about to receive for the nourishment of our bodies for Christ's sake. Amen. All right, so please don't ask me why I'm dipping cauliflower in mustard. Okay, so anyways, y'all. So first things first. I wanted to talk about this. I kind of think we are going to be going in a new direction for our channel. And I kind of discussed this with some other YouTubers as well and kind of voiced my opinion on how I felt. The first reason why is because I just don't really feel the momentum picking up the way, or we don't feel the momentum picking up the way that we really wanted to. And I really kind of feel like that is due to the fact that it's so many people doing mukbangs. And it's just kind of hard to really get noticed the way you want to, or what have you, with so many people doing the same thing. That's one reason. Number two reason is because, y'all, seriously, it's just getting a little bit unhealthy. I can't keep up with the, the big old fat burger challenges and all of that type of stuff. Like, I cannot keep up with it. And like I've already told you guys, I have high blood pressure. For the past 6 years, I have maintained it very well. And I don't want this to be the reason that, I'm not able to maintain it the way that I'm supposed to. Like, I get it. For some people, it may be something that's doable and they may be able to manage it. But I really, I've seen that a lot of mukbangers have been doing, like, switching to low carb and stuff like that. But that's a very difficult thing to do for me. Number one, because I don't eat meat. Number two, because I am very conscious about the state of my heart. And low carb, keto, all of that stuff, it's a lot of meat eating and fats and greases and butters and, like, because I've done it before and it actually does work. However, like, even in speaking with my doctor, like, that's not something for somebody that's trying to be heart conscious or what have you. So that probably wouldn't work for me, as well as the fact that a lot of keto stuff is a lot of meat and vegetables, and I don't eat meat. So that's that. What direction we going? I'm not even really sure yet. I'm not saying that we won't do any mukbangs, period, but as of right now, I don't think that that's going to be happening right at this second, or it won't be happening as often. I'll say that. So that's that. Other than that, what y'all been up to? Yeah, if you have not tried this, I'm telling you, you have to try it. Now, this specific brand I got from a store here called County Market. So here at that store, it's called Sweet and Hot Mustard, but they sell this at Walmart too. And the one at Walmart is called Chipotle Hot Mustard. But it's the same thing. Anyways, y'all, this is bomb. If y'all got y'all a Hy-Vee, I'm gonna need y'all to get some of these cauliflower. Anyway, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about was this. So yesterday, my daughter comes home. Mind you, I just paid to get both of our hair braided. So my daughter comes home and one of her braids are missing. Now, a little bit of the backstory, I've been like asking her maybe a couple of months or so, how's everything going at school? Because just like a couple of months ago, she had a little situation with this little girl, which, y'all, the little girl, first of all, let me tell it like this. Her grandmother told her to go to school and to tell my daughter that she was going to stab her with a pencil. And this is because the two of them had some words with each other or what have you. So the grandmother in response tells her to go back to school and to tell my daughter she's going to stab her with a pencil. So Zion comes home and tells me this. Now, this is 2 months ago. About 2 months. Wait. It's actually like 5 months ago. So, Zion comes home and she does not tell me. She tells her dad. So her daddy came and told me what was going on. So I'm like, well, what happened or whatever. So apparently Ziyon was at the wrong table. So the little girl told her, go sit back in your own table. So Ziyon said, no. So the little girl, like, said something or jumped up in Zion's face. So Ziyon, like, defending herself, jumped up in the little girl's face, too. So the little girl goes home and tells her grandmother that Zion jumped in her face. And the grandmother tells her to tell her that if she jump in her face again, she's going to stab her with a pencil. Now, the first thing first, as an adult, why would you tell a child that? And what if your child acted on that and stabbed my daughter in the wrong place and my baby's dead because you instructed your child to act like a savage? So, anyways, I reach out to the teacher. So I reach out to the teacher, and they have this little app called Dojo Class or something like that, or Class Dojo or whatever. Well, I reach out to the teacher, and I tell the teacher everything that Ziyon tells me. So the teacher's response, catch this, is this. Oh, yeah, I knew about that. And I did talk to the little girl, and I did talk to her grandmother, and we decided we're going to keep them apart. So my thing is, my first problem is this. This situation happened, and nobody came and told me but my 6-year-old child. Second problem I have with this is, how did you have a discussion about my child with somebody else's parent without me having knowledge, and then it's just easy for you to be like, oh yeah, yep, I knew about it. So, put that in the sink. So, of course, that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm all like, okay. But I'm still trying to be the wholesome Christian parent. And look, let me tell y'all something. If you want to bring that other side out of me, only thing you got to do is mess with my child. And it's going to be a problem. And that's just what it is. So anyway, we get past that. That was 5 months ago. And so yesterday, my daughter comes home and one of her braids are missing. So me being mama, ain't nothing that can go on in your life that I don't know about. So I'm like, what happened to your braid? She's like, I was playing with my hair. And I took it out. So I said, okay, then you're on a punishment for 3 days because I just paid $120 to get your hair done and you felt the need to take your hair down. So she starts crying. We go through this whole, all of that. So in the back of my mind, I'm knowing she didn't do that. So I keep on asking her until finally, and before I even get into that, let me tell y'all something about Ziyon. Ziyon is not a fighter. Ziyon is like how I was when I was a kid. Ziyon is very, I don't want to fight about it. I just want to be friends. Ziyon is, she's scary. She does not like to fight. So, This is why off the flip, I'm asking, like, did somebody pull your hair out? No. So, long story short, this little girl pulls her hair out. So I called the school. At this point in time, school is out. So I called the school and I'm livid. Like, I'm mad. So I get on the phone with the principal. And so I explained to her everything. I'm just like, my daughter came home. And honestly, the way I worded it to her is because this is not the first time that I've had this issue with this school, like with these children. So last year, I'm going to explain to y'all what happened. Last year, there was a little girl in Zion's class, and she just kept picking with Ziyon. Like, she was telling all the other kids in the class, don't play with Ziyon. She was saying little things like, your mama is fat, and like little stuff like that, making my baby come home from school and ask me questions like, Mom, am I pretty? Stuff like that. So she would just, like haul off and hit my baby and stuff like that. And it started from the first day of school, and it just morphed into something bigger and bigger. So the last time that my daughter came home from school, this collar of her shirt was like pulled all out. I had her hair up in 2 ponytails. The top ponytail, her was pulled all out, and I took pictures of everything. I've documented everything. My sister taught me that. So anyways, so her hair all pulled out and all of this type of stuff. And so I sat down to talk to Ziyon, and I told her this. I at first asked her why she felt that she, didn't want to defend herself. Well, she said to me, she didn't defend herself because she didn't want to get in trouble at school. And plus, like, this would basically, like, if she got in any trouble, then she would have to sit on the bench while all the other kids play at recess. And, she didn't want to miss her recess and stuff like that. So what I explained to her was, number one, you ain't gonna get in trouble. The only way you'll get in trouble is if you're the person that's initiating just messing with somebody, whatever like that. But if you're defending yourself, you might get in trouble at school, but you definitely ain't gonna get in trouble at home. So I told her that. And I told her, would you rather have a 30-minute recess or stop a bully from bothering you? So I told her. And I hated to do it because, we are Christian people. So I didn't want to tell her this, but I ain't had no other choice. I told her, when you go to school tomorrow, don't do it in the classroom. Wait until you guys get on the playground and you walk right over to her, just as boldly as she walks over to you. You ball your fist up and you pull your hand back real far and pow, pop her in her mouth. So I got up the next morning, took my baby to school. Around 11:45, my phone rings and it's the school. And I'm like, hello? Hi, is this Zion Scott's mom? I'm like, yeah. I'm calling because there was an altercation on the playground and Zion punched a little girl in the mouth. And I said, I know. So she kind of got a little quiet, like, okay. So she's like, and I was like, yes, ma'am, because I told her to do it. Well, why would you do that? And I broke everything down. I've tried to go about it the way that I should go about it, and it looks their resolution to every single issue like this is, oh, I'm going to keep this kid on this side of the classroom, and I'm going to keep this kid on that side of the classroom, and that'll solve it. And that does not solve it. That doesn't solve it, especially when teachers leave 5- and 6-year-olds in the classroom by themselves. That doesn't solve it. What you need to do is, because these are still babies pretty much, what you need to do is you need to learn how to teach them to keep their hands to themselves, period, point blank. Because that's how people get hurt. That was last year. So, like I said, fast forwarding back to yesterday. I called the school, the principal answered the phone. And I ain't even gonna break it down like, you know, verbatim. But basically she was all like, well, kids are gonna be kids, and I understand where you're coming from, and I'm gonna sit down and talk to the teacher and make sure Ziyon is telling the teacher, and we're gonna separate the kids. And I told her, I was like, look, at this point, I just want my daughter removed from that classroom, because it seems like that there's nobody really watching the children. Yeah, you know, all of this activity is going on in the classroom, and Ziyon is telling me the teacher is not in the classroom. Then clearly we need to find another teacher that has the time and the ability to govern the kids accordingly. So she all like, well, I don't think I can take her out of that class and put her in another class, because we only have 3 first-grade classes, and there's so much going on in all 3 of them. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, they 6. So if you got all of this going on in all 3 of these classes, then what is that saying about your methods in, first of all, teaching, governing over the children while they're in school from 8 to 3? Like, what's happening if it's this much going on in a first-grade class? So anyway, she all like, I'm going to talk to Zion's teacher, and then I'm going to talk to Crystal, who's the little girl. And this was the part that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm going to talk to Crystal because, you know, there are 2 sides to every story. And I was like, boop, hold up, woman of God. I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. Since there's 2 sides to every story and you need to talk to Crystal, when you talk to Crystal, I want you to look at her head and see if there's any braids missing. And I said, now I'll see you tomorrow. Click. So this morning I got up, got myself ready, went up to that school, and I just, you know, sat down with the principal face to face and had a conversation with her. Honestly, what she's telling me is that in the other classes, go ahead, baby. She's telling me, and y'all, I'm so hungry. I was definitely very hungry. Anyway, it's like 3 o'clock. That's my first time eating. I'm starving. But anyways, she was all basically reiterating the same stuff she said yesterday. So she goes to Ziyon and asks Ziyon, you know, what happened? All this stuff. So she's asking Ziyon, where is this happening? And she was like, well, we were in the coat room. So she was like, yeah, that's why I really don't like those coat rooms, because so much goes on in those coat rooms. But I'm just trying, like, if you could literally see how the classrooms are set up, it's like the classroom is an open room. Then to the back of the room, it's like a wall. And you walk around the wall, and that's where the kids hang their coats. But my thing is if you got a teacher that's watching the classroom, why are these 6-year-olds in the coat room by themselves? And the way she's putting it is that In the other first grade classes, there's sexual activity going on in the coat room. So she's all like, yeah, because, you know, these other children, they don't have parents like Ziyon has that's watching them. So they're seeing things and then they're coming to school and acting them out. And I get that. But what I told her, I was like, this is why I'm to the point to where I'm ready to consider homeschooling, because at this point, if you guys don't know how to govern over the children well enough to where it ain't no sexual activity going on in the coat room, then there's something wrong with this school, with the schooling system, period. So she all like, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but we are living in the end times, and there's no perfect school. I said, well, let me stop you right there. I'm not looking for a perfect school. What I'm looking for is a school that has teachers that know how to be responsible for the children that's in their class. Oh, yeah, I do understand. I'm sure you do. So like I told her, like, at this point, I'm fed up with it. And it's not just the children, because I know that children are going to be children. This girl upstairs is doing the most. Anyway, I know children gonna be children. So that's not my issue. My issue is teachers are being children. And that's where we have a problem. If you're so busy that you cannot, number one, contact me when something's going on with my daughter. Every time you turn around, I'm looking at the little app and it's showing Ziyon put her hands on this person. Ziyon did this. Ziyon did that. Ziyon said. Ziyon did. Ziyon didn't. Ziyon. Yet, you can contact me for all of that if you tell Ziyon to do something and she says she don't want to do it. But you can't contact me and tell me that somebody's pulling my child's hair out. You can't contact me and tell me that somebody's telling their kid to come to school and stab my child. So what's up with that? Anyway, so at the end of the day, I just was like, she was like, well, class is in session right now, so I really can't do anything, but I'm going to talk to Crystal and I'm going to talk to Miss Divjack. And I was like, well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead on and get up from here. I'm going to take my daughter home with me. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do by Monday. You guys figure out what you're going to do by Monday, and then I'll see you on Monday. That's just what it is. Because at this point, I can't trust you with my child. That's the first thing. Second thing is I'm not willing to allow your inability to govern over these children. I'm not getting ready to allow that to cause me to lose my child, or my child to go into a state of depression from somebody bullying her, or my child to do something to harm herself because she doesn't want to go to school. You know, all of that stuff. People don't understand bullying is real. I remember when I was in school, not my older years of school, but my younger years of school, and my siblings can tell you, I had 3 siblings that were older than me, but all of them, they were in, like, now my brother that's 3 years older than me, he went to school with me for a few years or whatever, but he ended up leaving as well. So I'm the only one at the school by myself. So at the time, I was just, you know, I was like Ziyon, you know, kind of, well, no, I was like a small frame, skinny little girl. I was very short. And people used to just pick on me. I was scary. It was what it was. So I remember just being to the place to where I didn't want to go to school. I would be fearful. And I wasn't telling my mama what was going on, y'all. And at one point, I literally stole money from my mama to try to pay the girl to leave me alone. Just, you know, things like that. And the girl would just walk up to me just for no reason, just haul off and punch me in my stomach. And like, at first it used to just be like, I would just be like, whatever, I'm just going to pass it off. This is just what she do. But after a while, like, it wasn't even like I was crying like, oh God, I'm hurt. I was crying like my feelings were hurt. Like, why is she at the age of 6 and 7? Like, those are emotions that children shouldn't even be having. Like, why am I going through this? And so that's my thing. If you don't at the school don't want to recognize what's going on, then I'll help you to recognize what's going on. Don't you understand that children every single day take their lives behind stuff like this? And I'm not willing to allow my child to become a part of that number. So at this point, y'all, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what our next step is going to be. I know she won't be at that school next year. I've already made provision. And honestly, my pastor had told me a few years ago that Ziyon would be the type of kid that she wouldn't be able to go to public school, that I would have to put her in private school. And that's pretty much where we're headed. I've already reached out to an amazing Christian school here, which is where I want to send her. They have a little program, like a financial aid program, to where, or it's like a grant program, to where they take up like half of the tuition or whatever, and you pay a certain amount a month or whatever, just for people that may not have as much as the other families have. They can just outright pay it or whatever. And so that would probably be something that I would do. They have where you can pay it like a lump sum or whatever, and just pay the tuition or whatever. And on top of the fact that it's on the church's campus, so some days, like maybe Wednesdays or whatever, they have like Bible study classes on top of, you know, the regular curriculum. Plus they have all the things that she wants to be involved in, like music class and stuff like that. And so that's just where we headed. As far as for Monday, I don't know. Zion's teacher did reach out to me after I left the school. She texted me and was like, she wanted to sit down and talk with me and Zion and stuff like that. But at this point, I really don't have a lot to say to her. And I don't have a lot to say to her, not because I'm angry with her or anything like that, but I don't have a lot to say to her because I just feel like now you have so much that you want to say and hear, but you've been sitting up in this classroom with my daughter and these children for how many months and not letting me know what's going on. But on top of the fact that I like you, y'all, seriously, I really feel like the teacher does not like my child. I really do. And I told y'all, I'm the type of person, I ain't even got to be around you, and I can pick up your vibes. And that's the vibe that I get from this teacher. So at this point, you know, I really don't know what I'm going to do. Honestly, I've been thinking about just doing homeschooling for the next 2 months until school is out. And then once school starts back up, then go ahead and get her into the Christian school. So if you guys know any, like, because I don't want to be the person that teaches her, because I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it would be an overload for me and it would be an overload for her. So if you guys know of any like online, like homeschooling programs or what have you, then comment down below and let me know. Comment down below and let me know. Other than that, all I'm asking is that you guys just keep my baby lifted in prayer. Keep my family lifted in prayer. Like I said, as far as our new direction of the channel, I'm not really sure where we're going. But you guys stick with us if you would. If you don't, I get it. I understand. It's okay. That's about it. I really don't have a lot more to say. Y'all already know what the deal is. I done straight misaxed murdered. So y'all already know what the deal is. If this is your first time visiting our channel, welcome to the Incredible Fam. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified every single time we drop a video, and make sure that you tell somebody that the Scotts are doing big things right here on our channel. We absolutely, positively love you guys so very much.
I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. You are my world in every place.